Hey all you cats and chicks out there, welcome back to Control Players Unite. I am your host, Dr. Red. Today we are presenting on Sportsmanship in the Pokemon trading card game. 3 case studies for your consideration. First we will present one on slow play, then one on intersubjectivity, and last on cheating. Intersubjectivity is the technical term for human relationships. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, that at Control Players Unite, we are presenting what is called descriptive ethics, which is the explanation of an ethical situation. It is not prescriptive ethics, wherein a solution or a telling what to do is present. These are broad outlines intended to prompt reflection. It does not make any attempt to go in depth as though it were an investigation of all involved parties and positions. We are also including 3 questions after each explanation for your consideration in the comments. I highly recommend you share your thoughts, as I'd like to hear what you think. But please be respectful, as these are highly sensitive topics. Let's begin. This is Tord Reklev. A Norwegian-born player, he is the world's most famous player and arguably the face of the Pokémon TCG after Pikachu. What we have here is possibly a case of bad manners or cheating. You decide. Reklev was disqualified from the Latin American International Championships in Brazil due to slow play. Slow play occurs when a player takes beyond a reasonable amount of time to perform an action, whether drawing a card, playing an energy, or just making up one's mind about what to do next. Reklev claims he was wronged and that the judges had it in for him, as there are 4 watching him play after his first 2 offenses for slow play in the tournament. This situation was met with a storm of responses on Twitter. Some players were exuberant, claiming that Reklev got what he deserved because he is known for slow play. Others claimed his pace of play was perfectly well and fine, it's just that his choice of a Gardevoir EX deck takes longer to perform anyway. Whatever the situation, is there a way to tell slow play from regular thinking? How does one know if a player is deliberately wasting time or actively thinking through a play? Should a more specific protocol be put in place? From Reklev's vantage point, it's a bit of a conspiracy that so many judges were watching him. Was justice done to or for Reklev? Did Tord get what he deserved, or was he undeserving of the DQ? And speaking of DQs, the next situation is intersubjective in the form of a judge interaction. This is American player Makani Tran. He was disqualified from the Charlotte Regionals in 2023 when a judge asked him what are his preferred pronouns. Tran apparently responded with nervous laughter, seemingly shocked at the question. This prompted an immediate DQ from one of the judges, whether the table judge or one behind the scenes, who interpreted his response as disrespectful. This situation raises a number of pertinent questions for TCG judges. What are the behavioral standards for a judge? Is this conduct considered respectful? Should Tran receive reparation? There was a GoFundMe page to help Tran recover lost expenses, but should Pokemon Play make it up to him somehow, and should the judges do anything? How do we address this issue in the future? How should Pokemon Play handle such things? Should the asking of pronouns be banned, at least by judges? Or ought there be something done before the tournament begins to handle it in advance? And this last one concerns outright cheating. This is a screenshot from the Azul GG video linked in the description. It concerns the player on the right, Eder Yario. He is about to shuffle his deck as he is playing Arceus V-Star and Pikachu VMAX, and he needs an Arceus V-Star to really advance his board state. Torres is watching him take his turn. What you don't see here, as it is a screenshot obviously, is that Yario is going to put the Arceus V-Star on the top of his deck. When he goes to shuffle his deck, he's not going to shuffle the top card where the Arceus V-Star is located. He's then going to put his deck back and immediately go to check Torres' discard pile, followed by the lost zone. The reason he does this is to distract Torres from the fact that Torres has the right to shuffle or cut Yario's deck. He does this as a distraction tactic so he can top deck the Arceus V-Star on his draw. Now, the obvious question that a lot of players were bringing up is, because this is outright cheating, should he be banned? Because a number of players were calling for his ban, as it is apparently not the first time he cheated. What's the Pokemon TCG's community collective response to such players? Should they be ostracized? Should they go through some kind of rehabilitation course? That sounds a bit extreme and practically tongue-in-cheek, but you understand what we're getting at with the question. And last, what should TPCI do? Should players have yearly limited play? Should they have a temporary ban for regionals, or a year from Worlds, or an outright lifetime ban? Overall, PTCG has its share of problems like any hobby. And while the players cannot force the powers that be to change anything, they can at least be good examples to each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, where do we go from here? Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. What did I miss? Where am I wrong? Please leave a comment, and remember to please be respectful. Take care of yourselves, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand.